Good morning, baby. It's the Doug Rising Show. Well, the Doug Rising Show. Well, the Doug Rising Show. I'm Doug Rice. I want just movement in the seats. I want fracas, I want ruckus, I just want folks to enjoy the show. Hello. How are you folks? Doug Rice. I know, right? Here I am, Sunday, noon, 12:01. Hopefully I am heard. Hopefully all the technical issues that can go wrong have go wrong and are now long gone. You know, anyway, are you watching what's happening? Man, are they losing their minds for you? Yeah, they're losing their minds. They keep going and going and going and going, and whoa! It's a sight to behold, isn't it? And in the inevitable words of Brother Yacoba from T.L. Ministries, ain't no 400-year prophecy. The devil's a lie. Don't let that slide on by. Good Lord. If there is no 400 years prophecy, well, let me tell you something. What a coincidence. All right. So it's 12:02 in the afternoon. It's the 2nd of July, 2023. How the year has gone by, right? Public service announcement, just so that everyone knows, tomorrow is my 20th wedding anniversary. My wife and I, Lena, lady just over the shoulder here, shoulder here. We have been together, married 20 years. Tomorrow, the 3rd of July, 2003, we got married down at the federal courthouse because that was the only thing that was open. Day before the 4th of July, holy day. So, I wanted to shout out to my wife of 20 years, my companion of over 21. For goodness sake, the trip ain't done. It's been a wonderful ride, I know. Being married to me has to be just the most aggravating, frustratingly, amazingly phenomenal thing to have to agonize yourself through on a day-to-day basis as you pull yourself up and try to face the day with me as your partner. Don't worry about it. We're happy. Moving on. All right. So thanks for that. I know there are congrats and thanks. Yeah. All right. So coffee all day. You got to have it. You know you got to have it because you got to stay awake. You got to keep your eyes on the ball. Let me tell you, y'all. And they're getting vigorous. I haven't used that word in a while, you know. They are getting vigorous with their style. Are they not? Are they projecting? Are they making the, connection? Are they doing what needs to be done to get Negroes on the run? Yes. Yes, they are. And we're going to talk about some stuff today, folks. Yes, we are going to talk about some things. Just you and me and Negroes make three. All right. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing well. Katrina and, of course, Antoine. Antoine is the executor of the YouTube channel that is the Doug Rice Show. He is all things needed moderarized, and yet I still have yet to add him as a moderator to YouTube because I'm an idiot and I forget things, and I smoke quite a bit of sativa, and sativa seems to work on the short-term memory, but the long-term memory is solid. I'm just joking. I'll get you there. Antoine, you have executive powers within the YouTube infrastructure. You can make yourself a moderator. I might suggest that. All right. Katrina is also here. My goodness, Katrina. Yeah, let's talk about it. We got an order. We offer very rare PDFs here. And I put it in a file I call Negro Info. You like that? So do I, because you need to know. You need to know what's happening. You need to know what's going on. You need to know the details. Past, present, future, all of it. So I have at your disposal, at our disposal, a modicum of, well, PDF files that I think will kind of give you a little insight. So I've opened them each up. I want to make sure that you know what we've got here. Oh Lord, let me make sure I know what I've got here. Boom, there we go. First things first, or second. I got a book from 1955. I don't know what this is. A book of Enoch, the book of Enoch the prophet. Should I have this reversed? Yeah. Boom. Boom. The book of Enoch the prophet. And Ethiopic MS in the manuscript in the Bodleian Library by the late Richard Lawrence LLD. I don't know what all that means. I just know that it was created in 1883, and it is a 240-page piece of PDF power. It's not available everywhere that you might find, and I just say look at it if you're so inclined. Now you can order these PDFs. I am trying to price what these might go for. I'm thinking maybe 10 cents a page. I'm trying to be, fair, because that's all the rage. So we got Enoch, Book of Enoch, it's a 240-page PDF. I don't know, just send something and we'll get them coming off the show. We also got, this is a 10-page book. That's nothing. $1. Enoch's Dreams. Very interesting. Enoch's Dreams and Visions. I've got Hebrewisms of West Africa, from Nile to Niger with the Jews. Very, very interesting. Joseph J. Williams. Hope you guys can see that. 463-page PDF. Again, folks, if you're interested in something that might educate you, I'm not telling or instructing anyone to go beyond scriptures. Of course, that's ridiculous. But you must look outside the scope of just the rudimentary info that we are provided by the Most High. Keep watch means to read everything, watch everything, look at everything, observe everything, study everything. Take as much information as possible to put together the spherical whole that is our Negro existence. And now I'm going to give you some tools. So here we got, this is pretty good. Hebrewisms of West Africa, Joseph J. Williams. I was trying to see when it was printed. I don't know, but it looks like it's old. 1930. 1930 published. That's probably something you're not going to find every day. Let's see what's next. I got the Torah, 65-page Torah, and along with the 613 laws, I've got what they have here, list of commands after the birth of Yahawashi. I cannot do the pronunciations any justice, forgive me. This is a gem, and I'm hoping everybody's keeping up here. This is just an intro. Nature Knows No Color Line, 128-page behemoth. This is nearly almost illegal to have. You must have this PDF if you're so inclined to support this effort. Nature Knows No Color Lines by J.A. Rogers is a publication that you must have. Dr. W.E.B. Du Bois, as I've read before, no man living has revealed so many important facts about the Negro as this man, Rogers, J.A. Rogers. This 128-page PDF also available. I'm going to go through them. The astronomical chapters of the Ethiopic Book of Enoch, 48-page. Very interesting, from 1981. You might be interested in that. I'm going to just go over them. Book of the Watchers, only 31 pages. But I got it. Who knows? Maybe you want it. We'll see how it goes. This is an interesting publication, and I mean, it's from the Nation of Islam, who somehow knows we are Hebrews, okay? The secret relationship between Blacks and Jews, 351 pages of scathing historical fact to bring you to sobering reality as to our circumstances in this country. Folks, this one will more likely raise the hair on the back of your neck. This one's a good bet. And again, donation. You choose the PDF that you want. I'll make sure that you get that PDF. Next, the works of Flavius Josephus, 1,234 pages. Now that means at 10 cents a page, this will be a 123-page book, but please feel free to give what you may. But remember, if you give anything, this book will be on the way. If you request it, if you want it. This one as well, I can't imagine anyone not wanting this part of their library. Whether you accept the writings of Josephus, Flavius Josephus or not, some do, some don't. It all depends on your perspective. Here's some vital information. The Adam and Eve story. Now, this is apocryphal in nature, but it is in print and talks about a lot of things. Cross-section of the earth, the passions and perils of nation. I mean, Chan Thomas, like Noah 6,500 years ago, like Adam and Eve 11,500 years ago, this too will come to pass. 57-page book, talks about the Great Flood. We may go over these books in some future show, but right now I'm telling you so you know. If you would like these publications, just contact the Doug Rice Show at gmail.com. Katrina will get that email, whatever request. She'll also put what's available on chat and let you know that you have that as an option. So why this sudden offer of PDFs for compensation? YouTube has demonetized the Doug Rice Show, as well they should. They took too damn long. Twitter has let me back on the platform, and they're regretting that almost immediately because I'm on their heads, I'm on their throats, I'm on their necks. And you listen, folks, I'm gonna be relentless in everything I say, and I mean directly in every kind of way I can think of to administer the proper tongue lashing toward these individuals who continuously Negro bashing. You know what I'm saying. These folks ain't playing, man. And I got to tell you something, what they are planning should chill your Negro blood in your veins. They have a most sinister intention coming our way. All right, so for those of you, again, thanks so much, Doug Rice Show, 1213. We're going to take this slow. We're going to have a lengthy interaction today. So, if it's Sunday, you're not doing anything anyway, right? They're on this blasted celebration of the failure that is occurring right in front of them now. I can't imagine how they intend to celebrate the 4th of July this year with so much going on. I mean, you've got a fascist, Nazi, just syphilitic, herpetic, pustulating buttwort on the ass of society, clinging to what little power he has at the mic every day, fomenting as much hate directed your way. Yes, Negroes, yes. Don't let Donald Trump, don't let Ron DeSantis fool you. No, these folks are coming directly at you. They don't like Negroes. We're going to talk about that today. And so, welcome again. Thank you for showing. Please like, subscribe. They're not going to alert you that I'm on. They're not going to give you notification, but hit the notification bell anyway. They're not going to include me in any algorithmic calculation that improves me. No, they're not. They don't like what I'm saying because they know I'm not playing. They know that all I got is coming their way, and at light speed, I might say. Don't you let up. You see them letting up? And for God's sake, the reason that I do this every week, I grab whatever I can from the annals of my mind, put it down on a piece of paper so I can find the time to come straight to you and deliver these lines. And all for the purpose and point of one thing. That's it, folks. You know what I want you to do. I want you to get that goddamned grin off your Negro faces in public places. And the reason is because what it does, it's a chain reaction set within the mindset of those who have yet to experience a serious Negro in their presence. Let me tell you something, it triggers some of them. It causes them a great fear, because without that smile, they won't let you near. Okay, we'll save some of it for the show. All right, thanks so much for showing up. This is the Doug Rice Show. Thank you again. I will have guests on. I will have calls coming in. I will have that eventually. I'm trying to take this as slow as possible. I'm an anti-populist. I want my numbers to be small. I want you to share this show with people you know that what I'm saying is the truth. I want you to only associate yourselves with people like yourselves. I don't want you to reach out and think that what I have to say will be well received by individuals who are not woke. And so I know my numbers are a joke. I don't care. I know of another pair of numbers that weren't too high. And that individual, well, he got by. All right, that's it. Doug Rice. That's me. All right, 1217. You know the drill. 7 topics. If I will. Well, I don't know. You can never see that crap. I don't know why. Then we do the news for Negroes. And the reason I bring up news for Negroes, I want to stay current. That's first. But more importantly, you need a reason not to have that smile on your face, don't you? And what better reason than the current circumstances that we face every day as we traverse into the wilds, the Caucastic wilds, that forest of racist sentiment and hateful intent. We know every word that they meant. We know, folks. What do you think's going on exactly? What do you think's happening? Don't you understand there's a regression in the making? All the steps that they're taking to ensure that we get to smell more of their horse manure. Oh, God. Next. All right, so welcome again. Hopefully you're not in church. If you are, stand up and leave. Thanks. We start today's narrative, the 7 topics. What excuse will you have? Whew, what a question. What excuse are you going to have, my Negro family? What are you going to tell the Most High God of all creation as he called you to account singularly and by yourself? There's only one chair in judgment. It's custom made for your behind, right? So what excuse will you have if you miss the mark? What excuse will you have if an excuse may be required? And I'm not confusing the excuses that you may confuse with reasons for your predicament. The reasons don't give a damn. I'm just keeping it 100. The excuses is what we're going to focus on. You will give an account for your every action, for your every word in relation to that action. Now, I don't know about thoughts. Jury's still out on thoughts. I think that's kind of internal question there. I don't know that you'll be called into account. However, for goodness sake, if it's just for what you've done and what you've said, you've got a long road to hoe, and you know, because I said so. All right. You're not having an excuse because as I understand it, as I see it, Negroes are being given every opportunity to wake the hell up. There should not be a single descendant of the transatlantic slave trade unaware of their association with being a true Hebrew in this country. And that is an unequivocal absolute. Let me explain to you, my brothers and sisters, the word has gone out, and if it has not gone out, then let me scream it, let me shout, we are Hebrew. And so there'll be no excuse at that moment. You'll need to have one. I'm sure the Most High won't be considering what you may stutter into existence, calling you into account, because ignorance will not be one of those reasons, one of those excuses. We know there are none. There are no excuses. There will be no excuses. Too many parables, too many parallels, too many similitudes, similarities, too many ideations, too many summations in the equation that give without equivocation our station as Negroes, Hebrews, royal line of Judah, David. The Scriptures is our history book. It's a book about our rise, our fall, our exodus, and our recall. So what excuse will you have? What you gonna tell him? You better think about that. And I mean that. Ain't nobody gonna be around to help you out either. No lifelines, ain't gonna be on phone calls made. Most you might expect is the guardian that has overseen you your entire existence. That individual will be your witness. All right, next. I hope everybody liked that. That's the anchor topic if you don't keep up with this show. It's not a program. We've been programmed. This is defrag time, folks, all right? What excuse are you going to have? We do. Look, here's where that came from. I get a lot of brothers in my ear about this, that, the other. I post about what I say. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram, because I am a public figure, okay? And I get so many people who want to come at me on the slide trying to say hi, and my I am's riding by. I already did that one. You read it. Want to offer me some correction I didn't ask for. Let me tell you this. At this point, if you are a woke Negro, you need no correction. It's about time to administer correction. Get in that frame of mind. Oh yeah, they got plans for your behind. Next, all right. A Negro for every Gentile. Oh, man, let me tell you something. Boy, they got some, I got them, what do I call them? I call them nuclear white boys. I try to say that nice and soft so I don't get any points struck against me, but there are some out there that are not to be trifled with, right? Now, you look at me, I'm not set to address those types of individuals, but we have a Negro for every Gentile. Yes, we do. And a Gentile, obviously, for every Negro. Let me tell you what that is. Now, there are types, there are attitudes, there are backgrounds that we will have to deal with as we try to at least get the word out, and understanding that we're going to have to help these creatures. Yes, I know it's frustrating, almost a frightening thought, isn't it? These same individuals that I rail against every day online, and I keep my verbal foot on their necks, don't I? But have to slow it down. We have an obligation to inform them of their future. We have an obligation eventually to care for these individuals, and more likely for those that are open to the kind of correction that needs to be administered in connection with the kingdom. Well, we got to bring them, right? We have to bring them. That's what I should have done. And so there is a Negro for every Gentile. I mean, there is. We're going to match it up quite nicely. I'm going to get it. We're going to get everybody looking politely. It's a thought. Just the reason I say this is because I know, for those that are triggered by what I say, it would seem that, I have a disdain for all of them. I do not. I want to put it succinctly. The individuals that I am addressing, the people that I'm talking to, the folks that consider themselves white people, they would never respond to a single word that I say. In fact, they don't even know that I exist. The people that I rail against, the people that I call rancid, abhorrently vile, vicious, violently, hybrid, human, genetically recessive, all that, when I go into that, the folks that respond normally have absolutely no association with the people that I'm talking about, because the people that I'm talking about wouldn't give me the time of day or look in my direction if I yelled out, hey. Okay? So I don't want the folks who take offense, who do take offense to all that I say. You have no reason to take offense that way because you're not closely associated with the individuals that I'm talking about. They don't like you either. Next. All right. Thanks again, folks. 12:26 in the afternoon. It's Sunday. It's this holy day weekend. They let you off on Monday, want to blow stuff up on Tuesday, and then go back to work on Wednesday, just like nothing ever happened. And here's the thing. What do they think this July 4th means to Negro? I know what it means to Black people, and I know what it means to African Americans, but I'm talking about Negroes. Much less the natives on the plantations they've called reservations. The celebration must be quite an elation to their congregation. The Black American trap. It's a trap, folks. They've laid a trap for Negroes since the moment they declared us free or emancipated. The trap is long in its placement. It's deep. When you go in, it's near impossible to escape. I barely got out alive. Oh, I was in the trap. Black American, right? The pursuit of America as a Black person in this country is a lie. The belief in the falsehood promised to those who sell out everything that they are for the chance to be a part of something that wants no part of them. And I need you to understand that as they reach out and offering their hand of friendship, behind their back, they hold a knife. And if you're not quick enough, if you're not just astute enough to understand that, they'll slide that sucker between your shoulder blades and dig deep. And all the while, they'll have a shit-eating grin on their face while firmly shaking your hand. Now, the Black American trap. It's set for all of us. It's set for those that have absolutely no idea it exists. It's set for those that are mired in its existence currently. It's set for me, it's set for you. And all the while calling toward the trap door where you fall in the chasm of caucasity, never to escape it. You watch movies like Get Out, and you just don't get it. It's a trap. And what they don't talk about, what they fail to discuss in the evolution of becoming a Black American are the motherfucking side effects. You hear me? Now, Clarence Thomas was a Black Panther. Oh no, you better hear me. They got photos, they got pictures. This man was a Black Panther. This man wore the regalia. You could see it in his face. Then he fell for the Black American trap, placed all over the place. When little Jenny got a hold of him and laid some of it on him, he just transformed himself. The metamorphosis nearly complete within just a few years, and suddenly we've got what we've got today. A step-and-fetch-it Negro leading the way. The Black American trap, conditioned on seeing things their way, conditioned on being who they say. That's the Black American trap. Your job is to escape it. Somehow, some way. We'll all leave this place one day, but the trap keeps catching so many of us every day. Well, I don't think it'll ever go away. All right, that's good. You know what I'm saying, Black Americans, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they've got 2 Black American billionaires, as I understand it. I think there's a second one now. And, it doesn't matter your status, what you've done with your life in this country. At 2 a.m. in the state of Mississippi, sheriff pull your black ass over, you are a Negro. Next, all right. You know what they're on? You know what they're on, don't you? They're on the Wokeness Code. And I mean, they were all on code. They're all on code. I know that. But they're on this Wokeness Code led by Ron DeSantis, the praying mantis, begging. You know, every time they say woke, every time they say there's a war on woke, they mean Negroes, and we know it. And it's a war on Negroes, not us specifically, but more intrinsically, historically. It's the memory of our negrosity that they want to avoid, in all honesty. And they're all on code. The end game is us. Now, listen, I see them making a fuss. I see all that they're doing, like they're about to ruin the image and the style that they're used to. Stop for a moment and think. Look directly, don't blink, because they're telegraphing all the sinister evil they intend while they're laughing, looking right in our face, ready in an instant to try to put us back in place. Now, I'm telling you this, they're on code. It's a wokeness code. They want everyone asleep. Got that down here because that one I wanted to keep. But beware the sleep that they want, folks. Beware that slumber. Because that kind of deep psychosis, it leaves me to wonder, what are they up to really? What is it? What's the final end game? I can't imagine they want the things to be the same. I don't know. What are they looking for? Where do they want us to go? Because listen, the war on wokeness can't stop on thought. You understand that? They got far too much payback they've bought. So if they continue to war against the memory, eventually they have to war against you and me. They have to eventually put their hands on us, because that's the war on wokeness. They want us back of the bus. Again, I'm giving it straight. They got their kids discussing bringing back slavery these days. So they're on the wokeness code. You know, Trump and DeSantis are terrified of Negroes. Now, they don't mind black people too much. And, you know, African Americans, they love African Americans, but Negroes, Negroes terrifies these pale efforts at humanity. These individuals, fascist Nazis, they want to bring back an era that was beaten by better men and left in the hands of lesser men. And now, well, they're self-consumed in consuming Negroes. The Wokeness Code. They're terrified of the future, you know? Coffee! All right, folks, did you like that? I like that. That's true. They're all on code. Listen to them carefully. I don't understand how Donald Trump fixes his mouth to call any black man a racist just because he's in a position of authority, calling his blonde-haired, blue-eyed ass into account. I don't understand that shit. But he does, and it's a dog whistle, just like the word wokeness when it comes out of Ron DeSantis's mouth. Let me tell you something, folks. All this is about to go south. Coffee, coffee. I love my coffee. Okay. An alphabetic alignment seems to be on the horizon. It seems to be going their way, huh? Whoo, boy, I tell you. Now, they've had some setbacks, you know. They have successfully attached themselves to the Negro movement. I don't know how they did that, but it's done. But the alphabet alignment is a strange and subtle story. It's one that's been repeated over time. All you need do is look at Roman times. The fall of Rome preceded the exact same occurrences that we face today, quagmire and sexuality. Men want to be men, women want to be women, you know, everybody's mind and mental just a swimming. That is what preceded the fall of Rome. Before you knew it, everybody had to go home. I'm serious as an architect, though. The alphabet alignment. Let me tell you, the untold truth is the factored extinction. You need to understand, if what they're promoting goes into full fruition, I think there's a fact they might be missing. There's no coming back from no procreation. And pretty soon there won't be no one left in this nation if men go to men and women go to women, for God's sake. There's nothing swimming. Oh, I just did that one. But it is an alignment. There's an ancient God whose priests dress as women and whose women dress as men. And it goes so far as to castrate now and again. Disfigurement of their personage is in order. And that's exactly the kind of religious alphabetic alignment we're facing right now. That's what they really want. They first, who is promoting the alphabetic agenda? It's not coming, it just popped up. But if you take things to their furthest conclusion, these folks are living under serious delusion. They will be replaced. See, this all leads to something that's right in their face. You know, I mean, you've got the alphabet, you've got AI, you've got all of these things just rolling by. Pretty soon, we'll be in and they'll be out, and at that point, you'll have no doubt. Anyway, I'm not trying to pick on any specific group of individuals, but they sure seem to have an agenda going. And they seem to be starting in the schools. It's almost a religious experience, a religiosity to it, the flamboyancy of it. And remember, everything that we see occurring in this timeline occurred in an unseen place in some way. I spoke to Brother Ariel, my last guest, and I sometimes wonder, did cherubs think they were seraphims? Did seraphims think that they were archangels? You know, I mean, I'm just wondering, you know, a cherub, well, don't call me a cherub, I'm a seraphim. Let's just stop. Next. All right. 1240. Yes, we're moving along, trying to get there. Going on strong. One of the things that we need to do as Negroes, we need to assess your expectation. We need to look carefully at what we expect. Now, I got a saying, it's an old saying that I've had for a while. You have to inspect what you expect because they're all suspect. You hear me? Let me say that again. Anybody coming at you, you don't want to do this with a deal, anything. Listen, side eye everything. Again, you have to inspect what you expect because they're all suspect. All right, that's very, very important. So you need to assess your expectations. Where is all of this leading? We are in the middle of this. We are not a part of this. I think it's important we know, Negroes, we understand, we are not with this program. This program was not intended for us. And I see so many of us throwing our hat in the rings, the same rings they seem to be coming off the rails and doing pile drivers on Negroes' heads. We're in the ring. There's nothing good happens in a ring. A lot of damage goes on in the ring. Why do we keep throwing our hats in it? Assess your expectations. This is not going to end well. What we are living through, we can assess. We can factor it out to its least, its furthest common denominator. And I've come to the Negro conclusion that these people are on a trajectory straight towards disaster. We need to make sure we can be, if not are, elsewhere. This is not our fight, but the fight is about us. And that is an extremely important point. There's only one certain thing, and that's the kingdom. That's it. There is nothing else. If you want to count on something, count on that. If you want to move toward something, move toward that. Assess your expectations. If the expectation is earth-based, man-based, don't count on it. It's probably not going to happen. I mean, they want to go to Mars, right? They want to go to the center of the earth. They got Russia drilling in the center of the earth. The expectations of man. They got AI. Oh, what do they expect? Listen, make sure that your expectations are nowhere near in alignment with the world's expectations. And if you find that what you expect is in like mind with what the world expects, then maybe it's time to interject and correct. Just trying to protect. Okay, and last, everybody's like, yay, finally the seventh topic, whatever. We got a message to Gentiles. This is a message to Gentiles. Very important message. Look, I don't address Gentile heathens enough in my show, only because I hurt their feelings so. But I've tried to have a retrain of thought. I shopped for a conscience one day. I'm just kidding. I got a message. Cling to Negroes for your very survival. How do we put that message subtly? How do I wrap that message in a nice, clean little package, bow tie? You can't. You gotta just hit them between the eyes. Listen, if you don't want to go into enslavement, you're gonna have to cling to Negroes, put aside your prejudice, and get ready to be a servant. What? Too strong? I am here for Negroes first. Let that not be misunderstood. But I understand that we must assist those who are outside of our nation. As well, that's just being good. It's dumb. You know, another message that I want to partake is Negroes are going to judge you one day. Negroes will judge the nations. We are a nation of kings, priests, and judges. Let me tell you, let me get on that, because sometimes my wife, God bless her, put up with me for 21 years. Can you imagine? The laughter, the tears. She is such a nice, kind, wonderful person. She doesn't want to judge anybody. I don't want to judge. I just want to. No. Negroes are free to judge the nations. Yeah, I'm going to say it again. A message to Gentiles. Negroes will be judging. Now, I don't want to yank at your craw, but I read it in scripture somewhere, and that's what I saw. They only have one choice, and they're looking at it. Okay, I'll stop. All right, that's about what I got as far as topics go. Now on to the rest of the show. Thanks so much for you guys. Oh, wow, trying to get so much in. Now I've got to know where to begin. All right, again, thank you for showing your support. Thank you for being here. I see so many are here. That was the first part of the effort, the Doug Rice Show. Please like, subscribe, join, yada, yada, yada. That's what I do. Again, if you like the PDFs, you know, make a donation and I'll send them to you. I know, right? Okay, anyway, so what do we do now? What do we do? Well, I'll tell you what we do. We talk about the news. We talk about the news and we get it all right. And after that, I bid you good night. It's a thing. All right, so Negro news. That's what I call it, Negro news. Now, for those of you that don't know how I do this, let me go ahead and take you all through this. Look up, search term, Negro news, and from the results with you, I peruse. And all I'm trying to do while we're here in this place is to somehow get that grin off your face. I know, it's bad. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Let me see. Oh, shoot. Boom. Bam. I'm going to do this again. Boom. I like that because I look this way and it looks like I'm looking. Okay. Howard University, among historically black colleges, universities with more black students than all 8 Ivy League institutions combined, and yet they still murder us at a very steady clip. I mean, they still pull us over at the same marginal numbers. I mean, they still convict Negroes that are innocent for crimes that they've set them up for. And I mean, despite the education, the Ivy League institutions combined number, that makes no difference. And it's simply no wonder that it matters not to these fools that we have education. They don't like Negroes here in their nation. I just can't, I mean, the laudits. The laudits. What are you doing? What are you doing? What do you think? Oh, black people, black students, more than love. They don't like that. You want to give them more stuff they can get mad at. With every accomplishment we achieve, they get more and more angry at Negroes. You better believe. Next. All right. Well, I mean, you know, I thought I'd start us off with that. Let's see. What is this here? Notes on faith. Can the United States be saved? The Black prophetic voices holds the hope of true liberation. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Rem Cam Taylor Skinner. Hope for the white man. No, there's not. Oh God. No, there's not. I meant to do that. Look at that. See, because I like that. That's a better. No, there's not hope. There is not hope for this country. This is a wrap, folks. It's over. We got folks, brothers, they love it. They talk about the hope in America. Listen, Reverend Al Sharpton, when he was large, he talked about hope. He marched. Al Sharpton used to be a beast, but they bought him off. Now he's one of our least. So I don't give any homage to brothers that try to hold out hope. They say hope, and I say nope. Next. That's the reason I did this, so I don't have to keep going down. A woman, 64, eyeballed a black bear and punched it in the face to protect her dog. What? I mean, just make it plain. Stop. What are the black bears are losing their minds now? Is that what you're saying? Y'all gotta fear the black bear. Is that what you're saying? Every day, black bears are losing their minds. Maybe they sick of you folks. Maybe they brothers and sisters. I don't know. I just find this interesting. They don't mind me. What is the cost of racism? More lawmakers are embracing reparations for black people. Listen to me. They're not going to give you a dime. And if they give you money, you'll regret it immediately. I wish you'd stop asking. Black people collectively control billions upon billions of dollars. If they stopped spending it in Asian markets, you'd find that out. If we reached in our own pockets instead of putting our hand out, we'd find we got money in our goddamn pockets. I don't know what to tell you. They don't need to give us any money. I don't want it. What are you doing? And some of you are going to take it. Well, I'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But when we come to it, I'm moving forward. Next, look at this, more reparations. Look at that. East St. Louis Committee prepared to discuss reparations of black residents. And this is for a 1917 massacre when a white mob set out to kill black residents and burn their homes down. But you know, we really need to pick ourselves up by our bootstraps, though. You know, here's the problem. You want to do well in this country? I fucking dare you. You want to be black in this country? Collectively? Huh? You want to form your own Negro communities in United Snakes? You want to go for it? Huh? I double dog dare you. They got something for you. You show a little too much progress as a Negro community and you see what happens to that Negro community. Ain't nothing changed. And what they want to do is they want to pay us back for the shit they did. What are you talking about? Here's what'll happen. They give Negroes reparations and there will be seas of frustrated white males that act like they black. They're going to do some home invasions from brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? You think they won't? They'll call themselves Confederate correctionists or some bullshit. You take that money and put a target on your head. Two things will happen. First, you'll wind up dead, or you won't be able to say a damn thing about slavery, about your past, about your history, about nothing. You take that money and you better shut your Negro mouth. Okay, that's enough of that. Moving on the rest of I am, baby. I want filler music. I like the 50s genre because it was a good era for us, because those of us that, it's good to be separate. That was a good genre for us. You just didn't need the abuse and the Klan rallies and the burning of crosses, the occasional lynching. Other than that, our time here has been wonderful. Black hockey players, that is an oxymoron. Black hockey players see new path to college step forward for players. Listen to me, man. You don't need to put yourself in a position where a white man can do harm to you. Or you can do one to them, because that'll only just build resentment. And then I don't understand why you want to play hockey as a Negro man. That's gotta be confusing. I just gonna leave that alone. Okay. What is this? Oh yeah, Spotify used branding of U.S. Black Cultural Festival without permission. Of course they did. They don't have to ask you anything. They think they own you. How can any of us be incensed by what's going on with Negroes in this country? This is the way it's been. This is how they built this place. on the backs and agony and horror and terror of Negroes. It's how they get off, man. Moving on. What happened during the 1917 attacks during St. Louis? Same thing happened today. I don't even want to go there because I'll just get mad. Proud Boys fined over $1 million for vandalizing sign at Black church. What are you vandalizing? A sign triggered you. This is what we're dealing with. And you want to smile. Next, I'm clipping along. I'll just be a while. The Supreme Court just proved the American dream isn't for Black people. Well, they proved it, but we always knew it was so. So proving it is irrelevant. So, look, affirmative action. Let me go ahead and give you my take on that. Listen to me. There's nothing that they can give that will help us. The infrastructure is set against us. Go to school, get where you, it's not, no. It's just not happening. You're a Negro. So what they take away, what they give has no effect on how Negroes live. I mean, it just doesn't. I don't care. Take what you want. I don't care. Take what you want. I mean, they're going to do what they're going to do anyway, to me and to you. Next. I said next. Most Americans are unaware of Black Music Month, and that's by design. I'm so glad, because it is as relevant as Black History Month. It means, and I do mean this, absolutely goddamn nothing. What is this? There's nothing you can give, America. There's nothing. There's no laudate. There's no award. There's no amount of money. Nothing will make up for the horrors that we've had to endure under the penalty of being under your control. The only thing will be the reckoning ahead of you all. And so, as the Creator punished us for this disobedience, He will punish you for going too goddamn far. Okay, next, we're almost done. I know everybody's got to run. Charles Barkley, I thought this was cool. Charles Barkley is going to leave $5 million to some students following a Supreme Court ruling. So obviously, wow, they put an end to race-conscious admissions program, and he's going to leave $5 million. It's going to be used for scholarships for his Black students. Well, I like that. I like that. He said he wanted to change it for scholarships for Black students only. And the Supreme Court said, okay. I have a pair of Charles Barkley shoes, sneakers. I do. They're quite nice. Interesting. That's interesting. It's interesting. I like that. I guess I like that. Black politicians speak out on affirmative actions. And listen to me, folks. This is the beginning of the end for us here. You will be an American Negro to their liking, or you will go. I'm telling you this. You had better make the choice soon, just so you know. And let me tell you, my choice has been made. My bags are packed. I'm ready to go. Because the cost of what they require to be a Negro in this country is far more than you'll want to pay, right? Hope you're hearing what I say. All right, we're almost done. Everybody's like, God, we just shut up. Nope. Wait a minute. Judge Awards Black. Wait a minute. Wait. They burned a Black Lives Matter flag? I don't get it. You got $1 million. How much? I don't get it. I don't get it. Just keep giving them money. Keep pouring salt on their mental wounds. Supreme Court leaves in place Mississippi law that critics say disenfranchises Black voters. Of course they do. This is it. This is being a Negro in America. And goodness gracious, July 4th is upon us. You know what you do on the 4th of July? You walk around the country without a smile. You try that for a little while and see what happens. Next, study. I like this. I'll close with this. Black dads are more involved in children's lives than other groups. Oh, you know I like reading that one because it's the truth. So, again, guys, that's interesting. I mean, we knew that. I mean, nobody had to really tell me that. And member of Congress joined the politics, negative stereotypes of Black fathers. Let's read it. U.S. House of Representatives member Frederica Wilson of Florida's 24th District organized it with support from Omega Psi Phi fraternity. Research involved in a 2013 Centers for Disease Control study that found Black fathers more involved in their children's lives compared to other racial groups. Just let it simmer on your mental for a minute and understand the stereotypes they put against Black fathers and what they will say and come out their goddamn mouths about us. You know. Okay, I got it. All right, I'm done. This was fun. I do appreciate your time. I appreciate you guys showing up. Be sure, as I will put this up here, be sure to visit our sponsor, Twidwear.com. Twidwear.com, most amazing apparel and skincare offered by a woke Negro, a Hebrew. Twidwear.com, 10% off all Twidwear products. Use the promo code Doug Rice, TDRS, get 10% off all products. Twidwear.com. I like that. I could make that. All right, so I gotta go. It's been an hour. A lot of power. Everybody good? You good? You good? All right. My name's Doug Rice. Don't make me say it twice. I'm just joking, man. Okay, I gotta go. Gotta spend tomorrow with my wife again. Happy anniversary, Lena. I love you. 20 years, married, and I'm terrified of you. I'm just kidding. Of course I am. I'm terrified. All right, you guys have yourself a wonderful week, a wonderful weekend. Take some time off. You know what? On me, y'all take Monday off. Just for my anniversary, it's the 3rd. Don't go into work on Monday. Go in on Wednesday. There, tell your boss I said so. Now I gotta go. All right, you guys have yourself a wonderful day. You see I'm losing my voice, it just goes that way. All right, well, you guys have a wonderful, you guys take it easy. Bye-bye. Wait, hey, somebody get him. Come in. Listen, one more. July 4th is Tuesday. I'm gonna say it again. July 4th is Tuesday, right? Now what you gonna do as they celebrate another year of this place? What are you gonna do? Now you're a Negro if you're watching this show. And I'm sure by watching it, well, you know. We are here against our will year after year. And what do we got to do? Well, we got to endear those that brought us here, right? But on the 4th of July, when they expect you to be in cahoots with the celebration of this nation, I am going to encourage you to try something different this year. I know that usually you wear a grin ear to ear. It's just, this year, just try something on for just a little while. Try to walk around without a Negro smile. And if you find you're not Negro faces, then get that goddamn grin off your faces. Okay, I gotta go. Hope you enjoyed the show.